Here we go. Today I'm going to see Dr. Jayakar Nayak at Stanford University Clinic because I am seeking treatment for what's called empty nose syndrome. It is a iatrogenic condition, meaning that it was caused by surgery, or it's potentially caused by surgical error or complication, something that could be prevented. It's basically the nose consists of the nasal passages and then 3 sets of things called turbinates, and those turbinates are necessary. Well, they can get inflamed from cold or sickness, allergies, but they are necessary to help humidify, filter, and direct the airflow properly. If you mess with them or remove them or damage them, or because they have nerve endings on them, on what's called the epithelium, you risk drastically altering the person's breathing and ultimately quality of life, as such as my case. Back in 2006, I had a septoplasty, septorhinoplasty. I had a very deviated septum. It was very bad, so it's understandable. I got the surgery and a partial turbinectomy or submucosal resection. A lot of stupid jargon. And pretty quickly, months down the road, I started having breathing issues. I didn't make as much mucus, or when I did, it was really thick. And my sleep was terrible. I didn't sleep well. I didn't ever feel refreshed upon waking up. So I dealt with this for 13 plus years, and I'm tired of it. I've had 2 surgeries after to try to fix it, but they didn't deal with the turbinates. Not many surgeons are aware, or people are aware of this, but and they'll say it's rare. ENTs will say, ear, nose, throat doctors will say it's rare, but it's increasingly common. It's not that rare, and it's been described in literature since about 1943, and then it was diagnosed or discovered at Mayo in 1994, Dr. Kent. So it's a very real thing, and I wasn't warned. I wasn't told this was a thing. They said, oh, your breathing might get worse, but there's ways to fix that. But there never was, well, if we touch the turbinates, you might be irreparably damaged. So, yeah, some of the symptoms include extreme fatigue, sense of suffocation, because even though there's air going through there often, for most people, your brain isn't sensing it, or there's the nerve endings on your nose aren't sensing it. Pain, facial painfulness, your sinuses are getting either too much air or the air in the wrong spots. It's a pretty devastating condition, and it's been very difficult for me. I've tried numerous things, especially since I have other health problems. I'm not a hypochondriac. I hurt my elbows at work because I do manual labor rather than what I really want to do, which is act, but it's hard to act when you can't seem to draw breath properly, or you get tired easily, and you forget things easily. And then, and I hope that's how I say his name, Dr. Jayakar Nayak. Don't want to be botching the name of, like, my surgery was botched, and especially of the person who's going to potentially be helping me. I don't know if this is going to help me. There's potential for more damage, but I'm at a point where I'm desperate, and I don't think I can continue my life with any meaningful or decent quality of life without addressing this, because I've experienced more anxiety. It's another symptom, and depression than I ever have dealing with this, and it's people have killed themselves over this. Like I said, the people think, or doctors think it's rare, but it's increasingly common. go to forums, there's a lot of people who have it, state they have it, and then there's studies, and there's a lot of people who they are now developing tests for to show that, hey, these people are having breathing problems and a severely reduced quality of life. They're not just concerned about the appearance of their nose. If I had to go back, I would happily be my former, somewhat ugly self with a crooked nose, if I could just breathe. It's something we truly take for granted, just having a breath of fresh air. And what's ironic is that a lot of yogis or therapists or physical therapists or exercise gurus will say, you got to breathe through your nose. You got to breathe through your nose. I can't do that. I can't calm down that way. And part of the reason for that is your nose is the primary producer or receptor of nitric oxide, which is it helps your muscles relax. It helps you. It helps to dilate the blood vessels so you can do more things. And exercise has been increasingly difficult since then. Like my muscles feel more fatigued. You can't just breathe through your mouth all the time, especially because it gets dry, and I have postnasal drips. My throat's always irritated. I don't make mucus. I'm not properly lubricated, especially when you have to take antidepressants that dry everything out. So I don't know if anything will help from this trip. Maybe he'll have to go back or come back. I don't know if I can't be helped. Maybe my situation is too complicated. But I wanted to provide a documentary. I don't know if I can record the conversation with him because California's a two-way street or two-way consent for interviews or recording conversations. He might have, privacy concerns, health or HIPAA concerns. But I wanted to help people make informed decisions before they get surgery on their nose, and help potentially provide treatment options or viable means to cope with this. I want to provide information, and I want you to feel like you're not alone, because you're not alone. It's more common than people have given credit for, especially doctors. And it's unfortunately well past the. I don't know. I don't think I have enough of a case to do malpractice, and even if I got $1 million, it wouldn't be worth just that wonderful breath of fresh air I used to be able to get. You might have noticed my man bag or my Merce that my friends like to make fun of. It's because I don't want my stuff stolen while I'm out. I don't need any more baggage in my life, no pun intended. I'm already broke dealing with all these medical bills. This tree's branches are as crooked and fucked up as my nose, although beautiful in its own right. Hopefully I can regrow like it does. I'm currently in Dr. Nayak's office, waiting to be seen. He was running late, but that's to be understood since he's a very competent and popular guy. Hopefully it's worth it.